Hello my loves, welcome in and happy spooky season. It is so fall right now. I am loving all the beautiful colors outside. And, like pumpkins and skeletons everywhere. It's amazing. I hope you guys are having a great week. I definitely feel a lot of friction in the energy today. Definitely a lot of doubt and fear that we're transmuting right now as a collective. So I want to come in and dig in and see what's happening and what we can do about it and what our spirit team and ancestors have to say to us to help us get through it. So we're going to start out with our oracle today. This is the deck that I want you guys to use your own intuition. I'm going to hold the card up for you guys. And then feel free to write in the comments any intuitive hits you get, what you feel, any images that come to your mind, any memories, anything like that. Feel free to write in the comments and we'll be able to kind of chat back and forth about that. So, without further ado, let's go. Spirit, please help us understand the energy and please guide us through transmuting this fear and doubt. Thank you so very much in advance. I'm seeing like a red forest, and instead of the trees looking like fall leaves, they're like dripping blood. Light the candle of grace. And we're hearing running water. Feel free to pause it and let me know your intuitive hits. There's definitely a little bit more of a spooky energy right now. Kind of ominous. Sorry about the background noise, but I think it's part of the video today because I'm usually really good about background noise. So I think it's part of the energy today. It's that dripping. See that dripping? Something's leaking over. And in the distance here, you can see the castle and the moon. The moon is very significant for this collective. You guys are probably witches. You guys probably talk to the moon if you were here. And it's interesting, it almost looks like there's a tower in the distance, right? And we're seeing specifically that tower and the reflection of the tower. There's two sides to every coin. So, okay, I see collectives in a tower moment right now. Or looking back on tower moments, perhaps? Yeah, that's it. Okay, so we're being asked to look at... Oh, thank you for that clarity. I need to remember to ask for the clarity, yes. So we're being asked to look back on our tower moments and look at it with a mindset different than we have before. Looking at it with a mindset of more of a positive perspective. So some of the things that you've been through, some of the memories, you want to look at it from a different perspective of gratitude and seeing how did this help me? How did this help me grow as a person? And how did this affect my life to where I am, where I need to be? It's really important that this collective look at those things right now and be appreciative. And of course you don't have to be appreciative, but I promise you that everything that has happened, good or bad, has been for you to get you where you need to be. I promise that. I swear by that. Okay, I've spent a lot of time in my own life battling with these types of mentalities. And what I have learned through the years is that, yes, everything has gotten me where I am. And the most beautiful part about the struggles I've been through is that I got to show up for myself. And the difference between now and then is that now, when I go through something hard, it feels so much further away. That pain and that agony, it's so much easier to look at the light. It's so much easier to know I'm just going to be there for myself, so it doesn't matter what happens ever again. And that's where you guys are heading. So we want to keep that mentality really positive right now. I know there's a lot of fear and doubt swirling around. There's probably big changes happening in your life right now, or you can feel them coming. So it's really important right now that we just focus on the positive side. Okay? There is a light in every single dark situation. There's always that bright light. No matter how scary it gets, no matter how dark it is. Okay? Oh, my washer's gonna drive me crazy in this video, you guys. It's like, don't forget. And that dripping, okay, so I'm getting back that image of the dripping forest. What is that, spirit? That dripping blood. Sacrifices have been made. Justice, I want to say. This might be a bleeding heart community or collective. So this is my artist that I'm still speaking to. Okay. So something's been going on this past couple weeks where we're feeling really stuck. There might be a part of your inner self or your shadow that's really begging to come out and be seen and brought into the light. There it is. This energy today is really, it's like I'm pulling really hard. It's like I'm really digging through a lot of crud to just like get to the answer. So when it comes to me, it's like, oh, there it is. But this is not easy to work through today for some reason. But we will work through it. We will get the answers we need, and then you guys will receive this message for sure. But wow. So there's a part of us that is feeling unseen. Spirit, what part of us is feeling unseen? Navigate with flow. Our feminine side. Go ahead and use your intuition at this time. Write down in the comments. Dripping and flow. See, like both of these cards and that dripping imagery of the forest. It's all like flow. So there's a part of us that's resisting the path that we're on or that we're being guided on. This time in your mind. This time in your mind. Interesting. This time in your life might feel very different than previous versions of you have felt, because you're working on trusting in the universe and how it's leading you instead of trying to control everything. And for your feminine, that's really scary. Especially because if you've been wounded or times where you have felt vulnerable and that part of you has been really hurt, it can feel very, very vulnerable and scary to step out back into the world with that more feminine, soft side of you. But I'm here to remind you that you are protected and that yourself, that feminine part of you, it doesn't matter if you're a masculine, it's just about that sensitive, tender, more vulnerable energy inside of all of us. You are safe to express that side of you, and the more you do it, the more your spirit team will come in and show you that you're safe. Document those times that happened for you when you were vulnerable and it was okay. And when you're going through tough times again, remind yourself, because reprogramming our brain and rewiring our brain literally comes down to you taking control over your thought processes. So if you are telling yourself every time you're afraid of being vulnerable, if you're sitting there telling yourself, oh, but remember this time and this time and this time, because those times are coming. If they haven't come yet, they're coming, they're here. You just have to start looking at that perspective and not seeing every tower moment for this big scary tower, and seeing it more as a reflection of what you've learned and how you've grown. Okay? Wow, that's beautiful, Spirit. Thank you. Thank you for that clarity. That was wonderful. All right, now we're gonna dig into our tarot and see what else we have. Excuse me, guys. Baby girl got me a little bit under the weather, but we're almost through it. It's been fun. It's been so fun. I love it. I'm so into it. It's part of that toxic positivity. Whatever you gotta do. But yeah, I'm so over it. Like, I miss singing my heart out. That might be exactly what I needed to get through it, because girl. Anyway, next. What else do we need to know, Spirit? Oh, we had Death in Reverse come out. Okay, and this is Spirit reminding you that we have already put this anxiety to rest. And every time you fall back into 11 even, when I said that, every time you fall back and don't remember that this is your new beginning, every time you fall back into that that pattern of anxiety, watch my other videos, especially the anxiety monster one. But that anxiety monster, we've already put to rest. We know we've put it to rest. This is a new beginning. Things are different. But every time we fall back into that pattern, or I'm trying to explain what it is. It's like a certain thought process for you that comes in and like wrecks everything. And I've talked about this before, when our anxiety's in our chest, and if you let it go down into your stomach is when it wreaks havoc on your system. And when it's here, you can either transmute it, cry it out, whatever. But if you let it hit your stomach and turn into, you know, the little gremlin in your stomach that wreaks havoc on your system, is when things get really hard and it's so much harder to transmute. So it's important that when you're feeling that chest tightening and your heart is speaking to you, that you really listen to it, because we end up digging up dead, old, decrepit bodies that want, really what they want is to stay buried so they can grow into these beautiful mushrooms and feed these ladybugs. And, you know, we don't want to dig those things back up. And so it's really important that we're taking time, even though you've really mastered getting things under control and working on healing your body, even though you've really started to learn how to handle that, it's important that you still take as much time as you ever did and treat yourself with so much kindness and compassion. When you're lighting confirmation burps. I love when people say that, so I've totally adopted it because it's so cute and funny. I actually have confirmation farts in my life. I don't think I'm ever going to do that on camera. That'd have to be like I'm wildly comfortable with you guys. But I do get confirmation farts. And that might resonate with you, babe. It might. There's a reason I'm saying it. But anyway, we really want to look at ourselves with compassion, because... And this mushroom's called the Destroying Angel. You are the angel, if you resonate with Lightworker. If you're watching tarot videos at all, you probably have heard all of these terms that I'm saying, and if you're here, you're probably a little bit further along in your journey. So, you know that you're an angel. So what type of angel do you want to be? Do you want to be the one that comes in and lights that candle of grace for yourself? Or do you want to be the one that comes in and absolutely destroys all your progress? You might even be able to actually hear your dark feminine side tell you, I'm gonna fuck everything up. Oh, really? Just trying to get her way. And you know how to handle that brat. Okay? You know how to tame the inner brat. You can do this, and you got this. I promise. Okay? I know when things come in and it's really restrictive and hard and it's old thought processes coming in. Literally today, I just kept thinking, why I'm not gonna make this video. Why would I make this video? I can't do this, blah, blah, blah. Like really old, outdated thought process for me. And I was like, huh? I'm literally sitting there like outside of my thoughts going, why are you thinking that today? That is so weird. What? And I just had to sit with myself and go like, what's going on, babe? Don't unbury your dead. It is meant to stay down there and grow these beautiful mushrooms that will help sustain. Okay? Every mushroom in this deck is here to help. Page of Pentacles. You have nuggets of knowledge that you've gained along this journey through all of your towers. Spirit is really emphasizing today that we look back. Don't get sucked into your pain. Okay, observe it. Look at it from a different perspective and see what you've gained. All of the knowledge you've gained. Because every single thing you've been through that has been for a reason and has been to help others in some way, or help you help others. Every single nugget, you have something that you are creating, or something you've been working on, or something that you've been cultivating in your mind that will seriously help a lot of people. So it's really important that you look back and see what all you have gained. When we have an outside perspective and we look back, you know, hindsight's 20/20. When we're able to look back and see things from a different perspective, we're able to get a more accurate picture of what's happened. And so really step out of your body on this one and just observe, as if a friend were telling you the story of you. Listen to her or him, listen to their story, and analyze it from a perspective of wanting to get to know yourself and wanting to love yourself and wanting to know, okay, what did I gain from this? That's going to be really important. The World. I mean, come on. Confirmation on everything I just said, first of all. But you are going to help people. Seriously, this collective, I always consider artists to be the voice of the people, because you are able to reach people in a way that hits emotionally, and if you think about how much art is in our daily lives, even if people don't really enjoy art that much, everybody listens to music pretty much. And if they don't listen to music, they watch TV. And if they don't do any of that, I don't know what they're doing. But there's always something, you know, sculptor. We see, I mean, just our dressers, our, you know, our homes, all of it is art. And when people come on and express themselves, you have no idea how many people you are helping. And our goal here is to try and leave behind a better world for our children. And for our children's children. Our goal here is to create a better environment. You will be able to unlock this through your intuition. Following your heart and your intuition is the key to your success and to gaining everything. But this came out in the upright. So I think the problem is we're just having a pessimistic point of view about the experiences we're going through. And if you feel like watching my old videos, we've talked about some of this, but your perspective is literally the key to this new beginning. Is literally the key to this new beginning. If your perspective is off, everything's going to feel off. It's all about your frame of mind and how you're viewing things. And you can literally change your mind about things. You are capable of changing your mind. Okay? Anything else, Spirit? Yeah, a lot of intuition. Two of Swords. You are heavily protected through this new beginning. The only thing in the way is you. Because you have the world here. Okay? And I promise you that you are so protected that nothing's going to be able to stop you from what you need to do on this earth. You are a kind-hearted, generous, and loving person, and you work hard every single day. You do not need to be so hard on yourself. This is called the piggyback rose gill. I never realized that before. You are allowed to be supported and accept support and help. You don't have to do everything by yourself, babe. It's not always meant to be hard. and it's allowed to be easy. Don't freak out and fucking sabotage everything just because things get easy. This is the point in your life where you're allowed to take deep breaths about it and just sit back. Get you that little piggyback ride from Spirit, okay? They're waiting on you to call on them. Because you are, use your magic. Follow your passions. Your passions will lead you through anything that needs to be done. You're gifted the passions that you have for a reason. You are gifted the talents you have for a reason. And when you combine your intuition with your passions, what happens? Just imagine what that combination does. That is where stars are made. That is where literal stars are made. That is where magic and miracles happen. Passion and intuition. You're trusting in Spirit to guide you on your path. This path you have has not been easy. I know it hasn't, babe. I can feel it. I know it. I know it has been so hard sometimes that the only thing you cling to is the literal breath right in front of your mouth. That you have nothing left at times. I know it has been so hard that you've wanted to give up over and over, but you didn't. And there is a reason you had to be built this fucking strong. Don't you understand that by now? You did not go through all of this for no reason. There is a reason you had to be built like a fucking Ford, okay? You had to be strong because the purpose you have, the path you need to walk, requires a bitch, okay? That's why it's been hard, and I'm sorry, but that's who you is, girl. That's who you is. Anything from Harry Potter? Spirit? Lighten up the mood a little bit. And here's our horntail dragon. Spirit led. You are so protected. Spirit's wanting to emphasize the protection. Okay? You don't have to protect yourself all the time. And look, we're getting this like fiery energy too. You are fiercely protected. I know that some of you have really big dreams. And I know that some of the things it feels like you have to accomplish is going to take absolutely everything in you not to run away from it. But you have the protection required. You have the right intuition. You've been working on building your intuition, which is an everyday thing. Keep building that intuition. You've been working on following your heart. And it's time to go from caterpillar to butterfly. It's time to go and to fly into what is your purpose. Because you are safe enough to do that now. I know it's hard to let go of everything. I know it's hard. But you've learned so much about who you are. This Queen of Pentacles is so freaking cool, you guys. I love this mushroom deck so much. Like, I understand why Mario eats all the mushrooms. I love Mario. Spirit has been sending you signs that you are safe and protected and that you are on the right path. Continue to trust that. And when things feel, I don't want to say the word because I know it's like icky to a lot of people, but stagnant. If we're feeling stagnant, that is when it's time to sit, reflect, and look back with compassion on the things we've been through and what we've learned. It doesn't mean that things aren't working out and everything's fucking chaos and we're all gonna die and it's the end of the world. No, it just means, and I say that because that's what my brain does. I'm not harping on anybody. And trust me, I'm so emotional. But it's a time to reflect and really see what you've gained and what you've learned about your magic. And not be so negative and pessimistic about who you are and the things you've done. I know sometimes we make choices in our past that we don't love, things that we can't change, but what matters is who you become because of what you've been through and the choices that you've made. Did you let it hold you back and turn you bitter? Or did you rise above? Because nothing is going to stop you from what you have to do in this lifetime. It doesn't work like that. Not for this collective. You are so protected and safe. It's time to let yourself bloom. If you are not allowing yourself to bloom, that is where that knocking is coming from, that banging, that bleeding forest. She just wants to be free, to express herself. And your inner child will turn into a monster in your reality if you ignore it. So do not ignore the inner child, my friend. Do not ignore the inner child. Anything else from our Oracle Spirit? Any more guidance for us? Yep. Go ahead and write in the comments. I don't know if birds have been significant for you guys. They've certainly been significant for me, but birds, I swear they know everything. And I swear, like, they're all connected to each other, just like the trees. Take some time to sit in nature and talk with the birds and the animals. If you don't do that, like, that is literally so important. It's like the way, okay? No matter who you are, what path you're on, get it, touch some grass, girl. Okay. But this is heart healing. It's time to follow your heart. This is focus on yourself. Focus on who you want to be and what you want to do. This is a great time to ask yourself what you want to leave behind for the future. Generations that end up being on this planet. You know, if reincarnation is real, which I believe it is, but I'm not going to force that on anybody. But just for shits and giggles, if it is real, do you want to end up back in this same painful path that you've been on and the same ick that's out in this world? Or do you want to make a difference and know you did your best? When you lie down at the end of the day and when you're old and gray and you're going to take your last breath, what type of person were you? Cultivate that person. Think about when you do take your last breath. Think about who you want to look back on yourself as and if you accomplished that. And remind yourself it's okay to make mistakes. I tell my kids this all the time. What is a mistake? And they say to me, a chance to learn and grow. A mistake is a chance to learn and grow. It doesn't define you. It is just a chance. It's a chance. It's an opportunity. And if we start seeing things as opportunities rather than things that are happening to us, it will be so much easier to get through this life, and you will be able to use every ounce of energy that is given to you. Because we are given energy at all turns and intervals in our life. We just don't always recognize it because sometimes that energy hurts, right? Sometimes it's negative energy. Guess what, babe? You are fully capable of transmuting absolutely any energy that is thrown your way. You are absolutely capable of magical things because you are magical. Nothing can stop you. You needed a pep talk today, didn't you, my love? I know you're capable of it. I need you to see it. Let's not forget our 4 pillars. Our foundation, which is so we have 4 pillars of our mental health. Play, which this is play that we're neglecting. We need to have some fun with what's going on in our lives and not be so serious all the time, and remind our inner child that they're in charge and they get to have fun, and loosen up the grip a little bit. Let them have some fun. The other three are diet, exercise, and hygiene. Okay, things we're putting into our body, moving our body, all of these things can help us transmute and be a vessel for energy and move in flow with energy rather than trying to harness it. Okay, and you are capable. You guys have foresight. You guys are readers. You guys are, you know, your art guides you, your heart guides you, you're intuitive. I know this collective's intuitive, and everybody is capable of following their intuition and their heart. I don't want to hear anybody saying they're not. They can't, because everybody's capable of it. Okay. But you know that what's ahead of you is scary, and the reason you're scared is because you know it's big and beautiful, and you know that you're capable of these amazing big things, and you're just worried that you can't do it, but you can. Okay, just keep showing up for yourself. You are going to do perfectly amazing, and every mistake you make along the way was supposed to happen because you had a lesson you needed from it. Okay? It's okay to make mistakes. And the happiest children and the most well-adjusted children and people, they make mistakes and they giggle through it and they laugh through it. Think about a time in your life where you did something, where something went wrong and it just cracked you up. This is the mentality we're meant to go through this life, because it's not supposed to be so hard and painful. You already went through hard and painful, and guess what? You decided you didn't like it that way, and that's why we're here. So let's have some fun, okay? I love you so much, and I'm so proud of you. You've made it so far, and I know this journey has not been easy, but oh my goddess, you've done amazing. I'm so proud of you. Keep going, keep your head held high, and put that fucking crown back on, queen. I love you so much. I'll see you next time. Bye.